find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
From the gun, here's Fields. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there, that brings up 4th. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd and 2, Fields. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's fourth down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
But Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them would be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Play action now. Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears will take over possession. Up at the 44. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On 1st down, Fields. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Brian Asamoah in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm, and right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Back to Montgomery on second down. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a first down throw. Fields. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Another try after the first down sack. Fields. Looking sideline, incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Santos with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Bears 10, Vikings nothing. Carlos Santos to kick off.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. To throw, Cousins. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time. And here's Ryan Wright now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Connects with Fuller on the crossing pattern. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap, Fields. And that is incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert On 3rd and 9. Now Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bears take over.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one that goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Fields. Fuller brings it in over the middle.
Fields pass. Complete to Will Fuller. He's a gain of 13. But it brings up 3rd down.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. And here's Trenton Gill on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
Adam Thielen, a terrific wide receiver and synonymous with Minnesota football. You go back to high school, college ball in the state, and now his 9th season with the Minnesota Vikings. 10 touchdown catches last season, makes a nice catch there.
Play fake, Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Cousins again.
That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
24 yards. That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
17 more yards. And the Vikings
First down, here's Cousins. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Cousins throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings.
K.J. Osborne.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, operating gun, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
Nwangu now for the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Cousins now to throw on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher. Guys trying to get to the football.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On 3rd down, Cousins.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And their defense just helped him out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Fields. He's going to let this one go deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part at galloping the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. This is fielded at the 27. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And Cook has it, left side.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Cousins. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Cousins gives way to Cook. He juked him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll run with Cook. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Throwing is Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And now look at him go. The 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
To throw, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On second down, Cook avoids him at the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ins as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Cousins.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he will have a Vikings first down, and he was able to get it by 20. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins over the middle, complete. It's Osborne. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown! T.J. Hawkinson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From the end zone, here comes Herbert. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. A give to Montgomery out of the gun.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 39, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
That is caught by Thielen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Second and 5 now. Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken a 4th quarter lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
Fingers. That signifies the 4th quarters here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here. And now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up. Had that lead, they were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Finding room at midfield.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
2nd and 9.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot.
Back to throw. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a 2nd one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
They'll run for it with Montgomery. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to take the lead here in the final minute. Toronto's kick is up and through, and the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
They're on the 17-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
There's a former defensive back. They'll have almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's 2nd and 10. Cousins. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. One last shot now for Cousins. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end on that.